Hello everyone. Thank you for having me to introduce you my Millstone one. This is Yichen. This topic is about using the up-to-date technology to make the FX portfolio that enhance my skill while expand my knowledge in animation and IT programming. My interest is bringing imagination to life and a deeper understanding of the computer graphic well-built pipeline to manage the workflow is also my concern. This is my weekly report for the project. This project started from the January 7th. Started to set goals, and the January 14th, I started to research the render farm to finished, and the 21st build the server, try get the license, start learning Houdini Terrain. January 28th, still building a render farm. February 10th, connect the network of the client of the render farm computer, and the Houdini Hi-Fi modeling done in February 19th. This weekly report all project tasks and status. This have assigned own tasks and other team members. This personal project, so all the tasks is assigned to myself. There are several tasks, setting goals, and from the topic and the research study. Finally, I decide to choose the HQueue server, and during the project I also learned the SSL and the TLS class in LinkedIn and finish it, get the certificate. And I don't have a license now, so when I'm waiting the license, I'm learning the Houdini Terrain and created the terrain. Finished. This report issues I write the all of issue I'm when I doing the project. Firstly, I have to build a render farm. By the research, I know the render farm is a queue manager that automatically distributes process to the many processors. Each processor could be the rendering of the full image, a few images, or even a subsection or tail of an image. The software is typically a client-server package that facilitates communication between the processor and the queue manager. I choose the Houdini HQueque server to build the farm. So how it works? The workstation submit job to the HQueue server. The HQueue server assign the job to client machine. The client machine execute the job and broke down into the small tasks to the clients. The smaller tasks are sent back to HQueue server and distribute to the rest of the farm. The smaller tasks are executed. The job is finished. Before I begin, I have to do the several checks. Firstly, I check the network connectivity, then build a shared network folder. Finally, I have to prepare the license of the Houdini. Now this network connectivity of the from now, the ZMap illustrations of the our network status is works well, and the requirement requires machine must be able to see or ping each other by their domain or name or by their IP address. This show the image. Client server port is to client have to machine must to be able to connect to the server machine through the port 5000, which is can get it, and the server can able to can connect to the client machine through the port 5001, as I showed is done. In the share network folder, the source and the client must be able to access the share network file systems. For some example, NFS mount of SMB share. The shared folder must be mounted at the same location on every machine. License is you were coming, and thank you for Russ. I appreciate all of the job he done for me, and he is the best teacher in the world. Houdini Terrain learning. I will show you the process in the Houdini. Houdini Terrain. Use a raster data to create procedure modeling in Houdini. Firstly, I searching and download data. They will have several open source websites can get the raster data. Firstly is MapConnect. There can get 20 meter per pixel resolution raster data. Secondly is Earth Explorer USGS government website that can get a good place to get the raster 1 arc data. But I can't figure out how to get the meter dim. Why I need this? Because the Houdini is measure unit is used meter. The best resource is government NOVA. There is a best resource for Nova Scotia geodata with the highest resolution, which is 1 meter per pixel. This website, and which I get this date. After I download, click the zip, download the date, then put in the Houdini. When you go this page, the apprentice is I download this license is free. They have most of function you can use, but if you want build a render farm that don't have a client license, build the terrain by use the Houdini high field node. This node for loading raster data to Houdini. Firstly, you have to build the high field node. Use this node, you can upload the data from the file to Houdini. This attribute wrangle to check the all of the attribute is right or not. This resample can make a lower resolution, which is when you convert to geometry. Some game engine don't like high resolution geometry. I use this node to check this area. Use a wax expression. After all of that checked, no problem. We have to use the grid to make a new V to get a better geometry, get the texture match with the geometry. The idea is output the high resolution texture to put in the low poly geometry. Machine don't have to rendering too many polygons. That will reduce the calculation. This is my certificate get from the LinkedIn Learning SSL and TLS. Please find reference. Do you have any questions? Thank you for your watching.